Tonight, the socialist Venezuelan dictatorship is on the verge of total collapse. My sources on the ground there in Venezuela tell me Nicolas Maduro is nervous, very nervous. So nervous that he's growing even more paranoid and more desperate. He stole the last election, and he has imprisoned or tried to imprison, anyway, most of his rivals. And now, with people starving, with the country having no ability to keep its lights on, no ability to pay its debt holders, no ability to help the people, while simultaneously receiving no support from the international community for that Maduro administration, Nicolas Maduro is desperately now trying to hold on to his socialist power. But it could be coming to an end, because on January 23rd, this coming Wednesday, the people of Venezuela are prepared to take their country back. They're heading to the streets for a massive protest. They are demanding that socialist Maduro resign and that this man, do we have a picture of him? He's effectively their leader of the House. We're going to show you a picture. He's 35-year-old Juan Guaido. And they want him to be declared president. They want real elections held. 35-year-old engineer who's effectively their Speaker of the House. They want him to come in. He's got a nice wife and a nice little girl, and be their interim president. So they have the shot at having a real election. That's him. You're looking at video right there. Anyway, socialism and the Cuban influence there in Venezuela, I'll tell you, it has not worked. And tonight, as Maduro recognizes that that end is so near, my sources tell me he is desperate to ensure the support of his military, promising the military that he is their lifeline and that he will continue to take care of them. But you see, he can't. That ship has sailed. And once you lose confidence of the military in a country like that, well, guess what, Mr. Maduro? You have lost. The reason the police let Juan Guaido go after he was captured by the Maduro team, Guaido promised them, I am told, that they would be safe with him. And in a place where people are worried about prison and they're worried about their very existence, the person that can keep them safe is the person they trust. Meanwhile, importantly, investors are now putting money on the line. And they are betting big time on a regime change in Venezuela. And I know this because Venezuelan sovereign debt and PDVSA bonds, they are trading up 20 to 25% in recent days. And this is because investors think a regime change is coming. You get rid of the socialists, get a little capitalism in there, you get some democracy in there, and guess what? Maybe Venezuela will pay its bills. That's why the bonds are trading higher. You know, we're reporting on this here, not just because democracy and capitalism and freedom are so important. These are ideals that we need in our hemisphere. The people of Venezuela, I'll tell you, they don't deserve to live in this kind of poverty. They don't deserve that when their nation is home to the richest oil fields in the world. And I also emphasize that Venezuela, which is just about 3 hours from Miami, is a very scary case study that all of us should watch intently, because it does spell out the dangers of socialism. Here with me right now, Venezuela National Assembly member, part of the opposition. He opposes socialist dictator Nicolas Maduro. He has documented and studied the financial crisis in his country in depth. Angela Alvarado. Angel, I should say. Angel, good to have you here. Welcome. Live from Caracas. Tell me what is happening in your country right now.
Well, Maduro right now is usurping power in Venezuela. There has been no elections there last year, and Maduro right now is usurping power. The president of Venezuela must be Juan Guaido. Both Maduro and army don't allow him to reach the president. What we want in the parliament is to stop the usurpation and then create a constitutional government that calls for free elections. Maduro wants to stay in power to impose a socialism in Venezuela and a successful model that has impoverished us to levels of misery. For example, since 3 years ago, the central bank don't publish the inflation figures to avoid criticizing Maduro. I have led a project to calculate inflation from the parliament. Last year, for example, inflation was 1,700,000%. And this year could reach more than 10 million %.
Wow. I'm going to jump in because you're talking about inflation levels of 1 million % this year and 10 million % next year. This is pretty extraordinary. We do have video, maybe we can show the viewer, that I secured of people littering with bolivars, which is the currency. It's like dollars, but bolivars are so worthless now in Venezuela that currency, which was once real money, is now seen as garbage. How does an economy exist like that?
It's impossible. Impossible. For example, daily inflation tariff is around 3% daily. Inflation daily. Every day, prices are changing very, very fast. So this has made poverty, of which was the richest country in Latin America, more than 22%. And 10% wealthy, the Chavistas, receive 70% of the income of the country. So socialism has impoverished the Venezuelans, and enriched a corrupt elite that is right now in power and wants to stay in power against the law, against the rule of law, against the will of the Venezuelans.
Angel, thank you so much. You're brave to speak out. I know that Maduro's team doesn't appreciate any of it, but thank you again, sir. Good to have you here tonight.